President Joe Biden has said that the India, West Asia, Europe economic corridor may have been one of the triggers for what the Hamas did on October the 7th. Now, this goes down to being aligned with many things that have been said on India today of how a normalization of relations between Israel and the larger Arab world may have been a strategic threat to countries like Iran. Here's what President Biden said and what the implications could be for India and beyond.
I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, just my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall.
Massive bombshell by US President Joe Biden, exposing a clear India link to Hamas terror strikes. Biden says he's convinced that the India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the immediate trigger for the attack on Israel.
I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, just my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall. And we can't leave that work behind. And one more word on this. I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank.
You know, let's face it, the most powerful world leader at this point of time, he's got two big carrier battle groups in the region, principally, because of the rising Iran threat. Let's face it, it's not really just to help Israel. The India, Europe, Middle East economic corridor being one of the triggers. I don't know if it's a principal trigger, but one of the many triggers, is not hard to believe. I wouldn't dismiss it.
India's ambitious corridor, a rival of China's Belt and Road Initiative, aims to link India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Europe to Israel's Haifa port. Hamas is dead against Israel's integration and friendship with the Arab world.
The normalization of relations and tensions, especially between Israel and Saudi Arabia, sanctions lifted in part between US and Iran, the India economic corridor becoming a kind of, a sort of layer, almost an affirmation of that normalization process, must have been a strategic risk to countries like Iran that stand to lose, leverage and power in a region. Remember that conflict is power, and Iran has always represented that proverb in a very, very big way.
It was in September when Prime Minister Narendra Modi, flanked by President Biden and Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman, announced the game-changing India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor.
भारत कनेक्टिविटी को क्षेत्रीय सीमाओं में नहीं मापता। सभी क्षेत्रों के साथ कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाना भारत की मुख्य प्राथमिकता है। हमारा मानना है कि कनेक्टिविटी विभिन्न देशों के बीच आपसी व्यापारी नहीं, आपसी विश्वास भी बढ़ाने का स्रोत है।
Today I'm proud to announce that we've finalized a historic agreement for a new India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. As a key part of this corridor, we're going to invest in ships and rail that extends from India all the way to Europe, connected by the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel.
Has the Modi brainchild to revolutionize global business come as a red flag for Hamas? With Shiva Roor in Israel, Bureau Report, India Today.